The first man who left Earth didn't do it for glory. He did it because staying had begun to feel smaller than leaving. His name was Arjun Malik, and he was not a hero, at least not the kind stories usually choose. He was a systems engineer, a quiet observer, a man who spent more time fixing broken things than dreaming about impossible ones. But when the Astra 7 mission opened its doors to civilian specialists, he signed up with a simple thought. If the universe is endless, maybe I don't have to be limited. The journey began with silence, not the peaceful kind, but the kind that presses against your ears when the engines cut and Earth shrinks into a blue memory. Arjun stood by the observation port as the planet faded, feeling something loosen inside him, fear maybe, or the idea that everything he was had to remain tied to that one spinning world. Behind him, the crew spoke in hushed tones. Men from different countries, different pasts, soldiers, scientists, pilots, each carried something unspoken: regret, ambition, escape, curiosity. No one said it aloud, but they all knew. They hadn't just left Earth. They had left versions of themselves behind. Days turned into weeks. In space, time doesn't pass. It stretches. Arjun found himself thinking about things he had ignored for years. His father's unfinished advice, the friendships he never repaired, the quiet dissatisfaction he had buried under routine. Out here, there were no distractions, no noise, no expectations, no familiar roles to play. Just him and the vast, indifferent universe.
One night cycle. As the ship drifted between star systems, Arjun recorded a log.
We thought we were coming out here to discover something new. But space doesn't give answers. It removes everything unnecessary until only truth remains. The first anomaly appeared on day 43. A signal, structured, repeating, impossible to trace. It wasn't alien in the way they expected. It wasn't aggressive or mysterious in a cinematic sense. It was intentional, like a question.
The crew argued. Some wanted to follow it. Others feared what it meant. Arjun didn't speak immediately. He listened, watched.
Then he said something that changed everything. Maybe it's not calling us. Maybe it's reflecting us.
They followed the signal. It led them to a region of space where light behaved strangely, bending, folding, almost hesitating. At the center was nothing visible, yet everything around it responded as if something immense existed just beyond perception. When Arjun stepped into the external observation chamber, he felt it, not as sight, but as awareness. It was like standing in front of a mirror that didn't show your face, only your truth. Each man experienced it differently. One saw his childhood, another relived his worst mistake, a third broke down in silence, confronted by a life he had never truly chosen. When it was Arjun's turn, he expected something profound. Instead, he saw something simple. Not the man who fixed systems or followed instructions. Not the version shaped by expectations. Just a man who had always been searching for meaning, for direction, for something bigger than routine. And in that moment, he understood. The universe wasn't something to conquer. It was something to face. When they returned to the ship, no one spoke for a long time. They didn't need to. Each of them had traveled farther inward than outward. The journey back to Earth felt shorter, though nothing had changed, except them. Arjun stood once again at the observation port, watching Earth grow larger. This time it didn't feel small. It felt chosen. Years later, when people asked him what he found out there, he never spoke about the anomaly, the signal, or the strange region of space. He simply said, "We thought we were exploring the universe. But the truth is, the universe was exploring us." And if you listened closely, you'd realize the story was never about men traveling to the universe. It was about men finally meeting themselves within it.